If you actually dissect the psyche of a narcissist, you will discover something truly, truly shocking. They're utterly stupid, egoistic, and severely underdeveloped individuals. Honestly, you cannot even call them children because a child has far more emotional maturity than a narcissist. Why? Well, they are driven by pure, unhealed impulses and a desperate obsession with control and domination. Because of this, making a narcissist lose has absolutely nothing to do with actually fighting them. And here is the reality, it also has nothing to do about going no contact or just being silent. In some very dangerous cases, doing nothing and going strict no contact can actually backfire entirely. When you completely let go in that way, it can bruise their fragile ego so badly that they become dangerously obsessed with breaking your boundaries. Which is why I want to share this special way to defeat them without using brute force or getting dragged into a cutthroat war of words. You just have to flip the script by weaponizing their greatest weakness against them. And you may be wondering, what is that? How to do that? Let me show you in this episode. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome. Today, I'm going to equip you with the exact psychological trick that fools 99% of narcissists and sets you completely free. How do I know? Well, I have taught the same thing to so many people, and things changed drastically in their life. So maybe they can change for you as well. Stay until the very end. And before we get started, I have created something for you, a free quiz that'll tell you in less than 2 minutes whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist. Take it right now. Link is in the comments as well as the description. We're always taught that walking away, letting them be, and staying completely silent is the ultimate answer, which is true for most cases. But when you are dealing with a highly vindictive, deeply obsessed narcissist who does not want to let go, absolute silence can sometimes trigger their worst impulses. They feel completely entitled to owning you, to abusing you. They view you as their property, their personal possession, and someone who is simply not allowed to leave without their permission. When you shut the door in their face and give them radio silence, they do not just walk away like a normal person would. They start banging on the windows. They launch smear campaigns. They show up at your house. They talk to your friends. They stalk your social media and refuse to let you heal in peace. You know the drill. Why does this happen? Because a tiny, underdeveloped brain cannot compute losing control. They need to feel like they're the one pulling the strings. They need to believe that everything happens on their terms. If you fight them back, they win because they get your energy, your time, and emotions. They feed on your reactions like parasites, but if you ignore them in a way that directly challenges their fragile ego, they may escalate the abuse to crazy levels just to force a reaction out of you. They'll keep poking you until you bleed just to prove to themselves that they can still make you bleed. So, what do you do when you are trapped in this dangerous middle ground? What do you do when going silent just makes them chase you harder? You use a brilliant psychological strategy I called feigned defeat. Feigned defeat means you make them believe they have completely won and you have entirely lost. You are purposely handing them a fake trophy so they will put down their weapons and leave the battlefield. You are giving them the illusion of total victory so that you can win the war in secret. To explain exactly how powerful this strategy is, let me share a real story with you. I was working with someone who was trapped in an absolute nightmare with a narcissist. The narcissistic ex was completely obsessed with her. He would not leave her alone for a single day. He was constantly showing up at her place, sending endless messages, checking up on her through mutual contacts, and deliberately sabotaging every single step she tried to take to move forward with her life, including her son. It was suffocating her, and no amount of blocking or ignoring was stopping him. We had to sit down and come up with a rock solid plan to break his obsession. I asked her one simple critical question. I said, what does he desire from you more than anything else in the world? What is the one thing he wants to see happen to you? She thought about it for a moment and then she said, He cannot stand seeing me move forward. He wants me to suffer. He wants me to look haggard, depressed, and exhausted. He wants me to stay completely obsessed with him, what he is doing, who he is seeing, and how he is living. So I looked at her and I said, fine, let's give him exactly what he wants. Let's feed his delusional ego until he chokes on it. The next time he comes around or reaches out, you need to act depressed. You need to act like you are severely struggling. Show him that your life is not moving forward at all and that you cannot still get over him. You have to understand that a narcissist operates on a very twisted, backwards logic. They do not operate like a normal human being. If he thinks you desperately need him, if he thinks you're broken without him, he will deliberately withhold his presence from you just to punish you even more. Lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. The person who was harassing her, stalking her, and showing up every single day suddenly started giving her space. He created a massive gap between them almost overnight. Why? Because in his delusional, utterly stupid mind, he thought, she's suffering without me. My absence is completely destroying her life. I'm going to stay away for as long as I can just to make her suffer even more. She did not show him the absolute happiness, peace, and relief she actually felt when he walked away. She kept up the act, but his twisted desire to punish her by staying away was the exact thing that gave her the total relief, safety, and freedom she needed to finally escape him for good. If you're ready to completely outsmart a narcissist and take your life back once and for all, drop the word mastermind in the comments right now. Claim your intelligence, put it in writing, and let the universe know you are no longer playing by their toxic rules. When you use feigned defeat, you are practicing something called conscious mourning. Normally, when you leave a terrible relationship, a bad relationship, you go through a natural process of grieving and mourning, right? But in this situation, you're mourning consciously, intentionally, and strategically. You are deliberately projecting sadness, stagnation, or a lack of progress just to satisfy their massive fragile ego. You're throwing them a fake bone so they can run off into the woods and chew on it, leaving you completely alone in peace. Let me show you how this looks practically in your everyday life because execution is everything here. First, you have to stop posting your happiness online. You have to go completely dark on social media. Do not post a new car, do not post a new job, do not post pictures of you laughing with friends, and definitely do not post a picture of you smiling on the beach. When a narcissist sees you thriving, their ego shatters, and their immediate reaction is to target you and ruin your peace. Second, you have to keep your life completely hidden from everyone connected to them. When mutual acquaintances or flying monkeys come around asking how you're doing, keep your answer extremely boring, dull, and vague. Say things like, oh, I'm just trying to get by. Life has been really tough lately, but I'm hanging in there. Make yourself sound completely uninteresting and defeated. Finally, do not show them your glow up. Do not show them your new energy, your healing, or your success. If they see that you are thriving and growing without them, their deep seated insecurity will drive them to attack your new life just to drag you back down to their level. You have to actively hide your happiness for a little while. You stay completely low key. You operate like a ghost. You do not give the narcissist or anyone in their circle a single detail about how amazing, peaceful, and beautiful your life is actually becoming. You have to maintain this extreme privacy until you have completely secured your freedom, moved away, or cut every single tie that binds you to them. Let them sit in their dark, underdeveloped mind and truly believe they destroyed you. Let them brag to your flying monkeys about how much you're struggling without them. Let them think they hold all the power and that they were the best thing that ever happened to you. Because while they are busy celebrating their fake victory, you are quietly rebuilding a beautiful, peaceful, unbreakable life behind the scenes. You are turning their own sickness, their own obsession with dominance into the very tool that sets you free. You're making them think they won the battle while you are quietly packing your bags, healing your soul, and winning the entire war. If you are committed to doing whatever it takes to protect your peace, even if it means hiding your joy for a reason, hit that subscribe button right now. We are building an incredible community of survivors like yourself who are learning how to outplay these manipulators at their own game. And you got to be part of this movement. You do not always have to go to war to defeat an enemy. You do not always have to scream, fight, or prove a point. Sometimes the most brilliant, satisfying victory comes from simply letting them think they won, while you step into the light and leave them in the dark forever. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.